Back on the topic of training every day with the last video was about muscle building. You want to build muscle, it's a good thing to train every day. Today we're talking about just general health, well-being, and weight loss. With well-being and so forth, what we need to do is break free of this idea that a workout is always this draining thing. It's always going to be exhausting and tiring and so on. And I get people asking me on these videos, like, don't you have to recover from your workouts? The fact is, no, you don't have to recover from your workouts. You don't have to recover from exercise or training. You have to recover from fatigue. And right now, our fitness culture is kind of set up where it's like we're doing nothing, sitting on our butts in the office and on the couch, or going a million miles an hour with gut-busting workouts that leave us dripping with sweat and exhausted and everything. We don't have much in between. There's a large amount of quality of health, mind, body, so everything that is in this gray area. You don't have to go a million miles an hour to get benefit from something. Just literally a walk around the neighborhood after you go after dinner can be wonderful. Much better than sitting around watching TV at night. Doing some bodyweight squats first thing in the morning to loosen up the joints. Is it exhausting? No, but it's going to do you a hell of a lot of good. So we got to break out of this do nothing or doing everything possible until you collapse mentality. Play around in that middle range. The other thing with weight loss is one of the best things that you can do is I've talked about your caloric horizon. This idea of weight loss is mostly diet and so forth. This is an idea that I don't necessarily agree with, and if it is true, it's not a good thing. Okay? Here's why. Weight is a balance between calories in, calories out, energy, however you want to do it. You got fat going in, you got fat going out. I don't care how you call it, but it's a balance between in versus out. Now, it's the balance that's in control. Okay? There is absolutely nothing you could possibly consume that is entirely in control of the amount of fat on your body. Sugar cannot control it. Organic food cannot control it. Neither on the outside of it. It's always this equation. However, the more you expend, okay, so this is your BMR, if you're constantly eating roughly to your BMR and you're not losing much weight, your activity, your energy expenditure is not terribly high. So what's going on is you're constantly around this level. It's like an airplane flying just above the surface. It doesn't have a whole lot of wiggle room. When your expenditure is much higher, you've got all this room that you can play around with. You can overeat one day and then make up for it. You can lose weight. You can eat more and not be at risk of gaining weight. The higher you are above your caloric horizon by having a higher energy expenditure on a daily basis, the more of a buffer you give yourself. And again, we have this idea of gotta go 100 miles an hour in order to lose weight. We've got to drive ourselves into the ground on that spin class and everything. But the fact of the matter is, when we make exercise always so hard that we have to recover from it, we force ourselves to stop and our caloric expenditure drops during that time, whether it's recovering for a few hours or a few days or even a few weeks. So by playing around in the lighter ranges of activity, you give yourself more elevation above your caloric horizon because you're doing something every day rather than a couple times a week. Because I don't care how hard you bust your ass in a workout. If you're only doing it 3 or 4 times a week, it's still not going to be very much compared to the person who is active and doing something throughout the day, every day. It's not even going to be close, not even a comparison. So this is just a couple of reasons why it's good to do some form of activity, some form of training every single day. Questions below. Be fit, live free.